Hi guys, so today is the 31st. It is New Year's Eve. Tonight will be, midnight. And then tomorrow will be 2026, which is just crazy. What a year it's been. So I thought I would go through and just kind of reflect on the year so far. 2025 for me personally has been one of the best years I could say I've ever had so far. I had my baby, which was amazing. So the end of 2024 was amazing as well. I got pregnant. I had a lot of health stuff going on, but I started to fix it. And then this year, so it was all to do with pre-diabetes. I found out last year that I was pre-diabetic. I got gestational diabetes when I was pregnant this year. So I learned a lot, even though it wasn't the easiest pregnancy. I did learn a lot about diet and exercise and all the things that you should be doing, to improve your health. And I'm actually going through all of that right now as well, because I went to see the doctor yesterday after having a blood test result that says I'm still pre-diabetic, borderline, not too much not too much worse from last time after having gestational diabetes, because they say to check after you have a baby. They say to check every year around your birthday as well, to see what your levels are like, and if you're any closer to actually getting diabetes, or if you're managing to prevent it. As of tomorrow, I will be back on metformin, which I was on when I was pregnant, to help with appetite. It does, and also help with blood sugar levels and things like that. So I'm going back on it purely for weight loss sort of purposes, just to help with the appetite and stuff like that. So hopefully that will help, instead of going on to GLP-1 injections, which is a potential thing I might consider in the future if this doesn't work. But because I have had some trouble with getting my weight down. I've never been thin. I've always had problems with my weight, but I have been trying to get better since finding out I was pre-diabetic. I was actually starting to lose weight last year. I've over the course of 4 months, I was actually managing it. Then I got pregnant, so I couldn't do as much of the things that I was doing. Then I got gestational diabetes. It was a bit crazy. So now, for the last few weeks since I had that blood test, I've been trying to stop snacking as much, go on daily walks, and do a 20-minute exercise thing on my yoga mat, which I've got just over there. And most days I've been managing that, which is really good. I'm really proud of myself for it. It's going well so far. So that is all the sort of general stuff that has been going on this year with my personal stuff. So I had my little baby, so it was the first time having a Christmas with my baby. That was his first Christmas, which was lovely. I've had so many lovely memories over this year as well, from being on maternity leave, from meeting friends and family as well. Before that, obviously, really enjoyed being pregnant despite all of the gestational diabetes and changing my diet and everything stuff. The stress from that and testing my blood sugar levels and everything. But I really enjoyed the feeling of feeling him move around and talking to people about it, being excited about when the baby's coming, all of it. I loved it. And I think I would like to have another one in a couple of years, but not straight away. But I'm just enjoying things now. So yeah, I'm on maternity leave, and that meant that I was able to get more writing done this year. Unfortunately, I wasn't really in the space to publish a book this year, because of financial stuff. Obviously, all my money goes towards everything for my little guy, and self-publishing is expensive. So I was kind of just having to prioritize my money that I get each month, because I usually put a little something from each paycheck towards like something like a book cover or, formatting or whatever I need at the time. So I thought I would just kind of spend this year writing rather than publishing and going to events and stuff, which sucks a little bit because one of my favourite things of being an author is getting to go to events and sell my books and meet readers and stuff. But I will do that again at some point. Maybe I'll even have the little one helping me out, which would be nice. I need a bit bigger. But yeah, so I did, for the first time, I wrote 3 books this year. Well, 2.5 technically, because I'm still working on the third one. But I usually can kind of like stick to one book and that is it. I can't write more than one. I don't know why. My focus is all there. It's probably because when I'm working as well, like I write on weekends and I write school holidays and evenings or whatever. So like it's just, to do with my time. Being on maternity leave has given me more time at home, obviously when little guys are sleeping. So I wrote The Girl on the Glass Throne, which is the sequel to The Girl Behind the Glass, which is my dark retelling of Snow White. And I wrote that one from like April time till, I want to say, August or September time. Finished the draft of that one, like the main first draft. Then instead of going back and editing it, I felt like doing something else. So I took a break and I went on to another project, which I'm going to call Project Ash, which I'm not going to talk about the name too much because I want to potentially query it to literary agents at some point in the future. Maybe this year coming, I don't know. But I want to rewrite it again at some point. It is mythology inspired. I'm really, really proud of it. I wrote it during Novel November, which is like basically what NaNoWriMo used to be. And I want to go through and rewrite that again at some point and then send it to agents when I feel ready. It's kind of like Medusa, King Midas inspired. A mixture of different things with mythology. There's gods in it. And a character who's like seen as like a monster, but because of a curse that she was given before she was born. So that was really fun. So that one was drafted, and I drafted that novel so fast, but like not in a bad way. Like I'd already written it, and then I was just going through and like rewriting new scenes or rewriting old scenes and like adding new scenes in and planning more things. And I drafted that in really good time, which I was really happy with. So I finished that in maybe November, and then I would go back and edit both of those books eventually. And then instead of going back to The Girl on the Glass Throne again, I felt like writing something else, which I have been thinking of wanting to write for ages, which is Enchanted Prince, which is book 3 in my first series. So in my first series I have, which is A World of Magic, A World of Steel, my futuristic series, I have Steel Princess and Songbird Heir. Enchanted Prince will be book 3 in that one. And then in my retelling series, I have The Girl Behind the Glass and I will have The Girl on the Glass Throne. So that will be 5 books. And then I have others planned. And then obviously the one that I want to query to agents. That are like my big projects, and I have other retellings planned, and then I have potentially 2 more books in my first series to come. One is like a far into the future story, and then one is a prequel for that series and that world building. Yeah, so they are my goals for next year, I'd say. Is to finish those, my resolutions or my goals. I do improve my health, lose weight, and write my books and publish my books when I can. I've got the cover for The Girl on the Glass Throne. I love it. It looks very similar to the first one, but in a new way. Like it shows more of the world building, because the first world is the Winter Kingdom, and then the second one is like an autumn kind of thing. And then I'll have to get the cover for Enchanted Prince at some point. So yeah, it's going well. I'm really happy, but it's been a lovely year so far, and I'm just really excited because I have big plans for next year. All about personal growth. I've had some lovely memories with my little one, my family, my partner and his boys. Made memories with friends. So yeah, so far couldn't have asked for a better 2025. Really. And yeah, hopefully the next one and the next few years will just be just as good. But excited to make some memories with my little boy and continue with my writing journey. Yeah, thank you guys for watching as always, and I will chat to you in 2026.